this video, we're going to take a look on how we're going to create a cactus system in Houdini. Hello, how are you doing? So this is not game ready, but it can be game ready. And actually in this video, we're going to only tackle how we get to this point because the system is quite complicated. If you really want the full tutorial, please let me know. I only need 10 comments and I will create the whole tutorial. And if you want the file, please check the first comment in the YouTube or join the Discord. So first we start with a line, like a very simple line, as you can see here. So what I did here, which can be done with one attribute triangle, I controlled the line with a ramp. As you can see, you don't have to do this, you can stick with this. So here I have a UV texture and texture type to arc length line, so we can control it using the attribute triangle using the UV. So just let me show you quickly. The line is on the X, we can control it with vex. And so I have this function to control the length and width of the cactus. For example, you can see very different results. So now here we have a copy to point and we have the line plug on the second input. First input we have the setup. So it can be done with less node, but I want to keep it very simple. So I have a grid and I'm using attribute triangle just to control the shape with a ramp, and I'm using a mirror it, and I'm using polyfill to just drag the inner shape, and I am deleting the batch of the last node. So the polyfill is outputting a batch group, and last node is deleting the group. And there is a reverse just so we can fix the normals and clean to delete unneeded group from the node. And like this we have the basic setup and we have the skin. So here in the skin there's a very important thing to note at the end. So you just need to channel this, or you can also, like, I'm just channeling how many points I have gathered. We can copy channel, copy parameter. I have a shift Q and I can Ctrl click, I have a shift W. So now we have the proper end value, and if the end value is not correct, I can show you, like, it's not gonna behave correctly. So after this, I'm just closing the gaps. And after closing the gaps, I'm using a group just to delete the bottom section using this setting and flattening it. And so I still have the top from the polyfill as batch group. So I'm expanding the group here using this option, and now I'm selecting this group to extrude it, just to create slightly this like shape, so when you're scattering it looks more organic. And then I'm using subdivision to have the final shape. Now I'm expanding the group I've just created, and here I'm just adding gradient, color gradient using lab color gradient, lab color, and this tutorial we're not going to go over the spike, so I'm not gonna cover that, and we don't need the color. So here, actually this setup here is slightly complicated because it either switches between 1 point and 3 points. So 1 point allows me to show you here. This is 1 point and this is 3 point. Actually this system allows me to maybe have 4 or 5 and the points are evenly spread. And then it copy point, and then now here I have it just to have the single pass. So first I'm copying 2 points to have the base. After having the base, I have the first loop. The first loop, I am isolating the top group that we just created, and I am going inside another loop to go through each and every single one. If, for example, this was like this, we're gonna go each and every single one of them to scatter the point. So we have a normal, so we have a direction to the thing, to the scatter system. Without the normal, we don't have a direction. And so I actually have a slightly complex logic here. I'll explain in a second. I'll come back to this. Actually, I'll explain this. So here I'm able to control the max branching from the loop duration. And I'm able to control, like basically tell the system that the first branch gonna have this amount of branching. Like the first branch here is branching 3 times, but I can decrease it. Or I can increase it, make it branch maybe 4 times. Yeah, as you can see, now the first branch is branching 4 times. I can control the first, second, third, and as many as I want from this RAM. Like I can make it branch a lot more when it's about to end. But there's a lot of check and balances. There's like checks and balances in the system just so it's reasonably good, does not break. This is this section. So this is just a scatter and it's being controlled by this, exporting the detail attribute. And then I'm actually, I'm controlling, letting the cactus have more organic branching by having the direction tinted upward and by having the direction being more random, adding an attribute random like this. Attribute randomize and I'm here adding a rotation so I can have more of a random rotation of the cactus. I can control the rotation of the cactus. The system can break a little bit, which is fine because there's a lot of parameter to fix it. And okay, let me bring it back. And I'm randomizing piece scale. And after that, here I have a group called to remove, and I'm selecting a specific piece scale to eliminate the next branching, so I can have more of an organic branching. And this logic, I just have the last branch. I can show you here. It's a primitive group. Primitive. Okay, come on. Does it not have as last branch? As you can see, I have the last branch selected with the extra point. And add clean, I believe. Clean. Yeah, I have the last branch selected. Just to help me with the logic. And here you have it. I hope you like this tutorial and found it useful. And if you want me to cover the full tutorial, please comment down below. If you want to see this in Unreal Engine, also tell me. If you want me to cover a specific topic, also please inform me. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.